What's good, YouTube? My name is Silva and welcome to episode 4 of my Dark Matter Camo Guide for Black Ops 6 multiplayer. This episode should be a shorter one because we're focusing on LMGs. There's only 3 LMGs, and outside of a couple tricky challenges, they were very straightforward. But regardless, I'll be showing you how I went about everything, from headshots all the way to Dark Matter. And if anything I show or tell helps you out in any way, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below what it was. With that being said, let's get into it. The first LMG we got is the PU-21. It's called the PU because it smells. Not actually, but compared to some of the ARs in this game, it can be pretty stinky. I'd say it's a mid gun though overall, and mid honestly isn't a bad thing. If there is an LMG you're gonna really like, it's the XMG. The XMG is definitely the best LMG out of the 3. It feels really good and it's the easiest to use. The buffer weight stock that just came out recently through the hit list event, making this thing even better than it already is. And last and unfortunately least, the GPMG. I say unfortunately least because if there was an LMG that people weren't a fan of, it's definitely the GP. I personally didn't mind it. I didn't really mind any of the LMGs. I just thought I'd let you know that in case you were having a similar experience, just so you know you're not alone. Now, I didn't really focus on the LMG builds. That's mainly because they're pretty much the same. For optics, you can use any you want, really, any one you like. I just have the 2X on there because I feel like it's the best for headshots. But if there's one attachment I can recommend, it's FMJ. As you know, LMGs have a lot of bullets, and we should take advantage of that when we camo grind. Pairing the ammo with FMJ on the maps I recommend you play, this is going to be a very lethal combo, as you're going to be able to wallbang a lot of places, getting you a lot of freebies. So what are the maps I want you to play? I want all of you to play either hardcore face-off mosh pit or hardcore Nuketown 24/7. Having a lot of ammo with LMGs and putting them on small maps, you should be able to maximize engagements, getting you maximum potential with headshots, making the headshot part of this grind very straightforward. And when you add FMJ into the mix, these maps have a couple of good areas where you can wallbang, and if you're aiming at head level, you could potentially get a good amount of free kills and free headshots. Free headshots, that's music to our ears. Now let me give you a better idea of what I mean. Starting with Nuketown, I'm going to be showing you my favorite power positions to use with LMGs. On Nuketown, I really like to play around the middle of the map. When it's domination, I really like the Jeep. The reason being is, for example, if my team spawned on A, I like to play around the Jeep and around this fence line, catching people who are going towards the B zone. Especially if your team has B capped, chances are the other team is going to be focusing on it, and that's where you take advantage of that and get some easy headshots. Now eventually they're gonna look at you from the garage side or from the bottom front door or top window, so you could either use the Jeep more of as a heady or honestly reposition. Obviously both of the top windows in Nuketown are very useful, very good in their own ways. You can actually look down the right side of the yellow house from the top window, and you can also do the same from the bottom floor door here. Definitely more clear, but they can see you more if you're on the bottom. But when it comes to headshots, I actually prefer the yellow window. If you get on top of this ledge, you'll be able to see the inside of the greenhouse garage and the outside of the right side of the garage. And odds are, let me remove the laser actually, chances are people coming out of spawn from these two places are not going to be looking up here, so you have a lot of potential freebies. And of course with the yellow window, if you're on C side, you can look at the person holding the Jeep window to window, and you have a good sight on B. Top yellow window I would say is better than the top green window, but the green front door is definitely better than the yellow front door. I wouldn't really ever be here. If you're going to be in another position though in the yellow house, I'd like to chill in the garage and look down the left side of the greenhouse where the chimney is. Someone else might be holding it from the other side, but for the most part you should see people running out of the spawn trying to get to B, and you should get a couple freebies. Another good spot in the yellow house is jumping on top of this pile of wood, looking over the car, catching people going into B. I did say that you could be seen from the window and doorway, but if no one's there, you should be good. Especially if you come out of spawn and you have a teammate that's in their house, you could be good for a free headshot. And finally on Nuketown, in the last areas I'd make note, depending on where you're spawning, is in these little cubbies right here and right here. The enemy team spawning A, you could catch some people lacking here or even close. And same thing with if the enemy team is spawning C, but I would never really stay in these areas this long. These are kind of one and done scenarios, or maximum 2 or 3. But I mean, hey, they add up. This is how I play Nuketown. And now we're on Gala. Gala is honestly my favorite map for LMGs. Remember when I said to run FMJ? Yeah, it's really because of this map. This map I'd say is 80% wallbangable. You can wallbang these curtains, these curtains, these curtains, these curtains, the red curtains through the blue curtains. For example, off spawn, you could just spray through and you could get a couple freebies, literally every life. And if you're aiming at head level 2, a couple free headshots. And in terms of actual power positions, we have the top middle one, which is a very popular one. Good on both sides of the map, of course, but people tend to focus up here when they come off spawn. So I'm once again recommending you to chill around the white curtain area. This is the actual best power position in all of Gala, and the headshot potential here is just insane. The box headies, like I've showed, you can actually just wall bang through this. When you hear someone on it, jiggle and shoot, same thing. Of course you can get wall bang too, but hey, you're better. This is just so good. This is why Gala is my favorite, honestly. Now for Warhead, the power positions are very similar to the likes of marksman rifles and snipers too. As I've said, this is a one-sided map pretty much, so you really want to be on C-side. But in case you're here, you have the bus, the fight against the garage heady coming out from the side here. You get on this little step. You have a super head glitch against the garage heady. You have this box right here. This is a fairly common angle, so expect people to read that you're here. But C-side is where the magic happens. This garage heady is just too overpowered. You can look down the right side. You can look at the bus. You can look up top in the greenhouse. You can look down the left side. If you back up behind these boxes enough, you have a really good angle to see up top of the greenhouse. That one box by A I told you about. People coming out of this angle won't really expect you here, so this should be a very good freebie. Then you have this yellow nuke, which is honestly better from the C-side. And if you can get even more aggressive, this is my favorite spot on Warhead. You're pretty good for a few spawn trap kills. And finally for stakeout, because I know you're gonna get this map a lot, put on a red dot and just walk everywhere, re-aiming at head level, just like this. You're bound to walk into people running at you, and you should get a good amount of headshots by doing this. You could also just lay down on the balconies here and here, or shoot down the hallway. I'm saying to aim walk mainly because an LMG's sprint to fire speed is very slow. LMGs don't have the greatest mobility, so you're better off just aim walking, moving quietly, getting headshots on people running into you and catching you by surprise. And that's exactly how I went about my LMG headshots on each map. After getting all your headshots, it's now time for the special challenges. And the special challenges for the PU are two of the most straightforward ones, with the Neon Bath being get 30 kills shortly after sprinting, and Vigilance being getting 2 kills without reloading 10 times. If you were to never reload your PU, your kills will track, meaning that you could potentially work on both of these camos at the same time. The XMG is where things can get a little tricky. You have Snakebite, where you have to get 50 kills while moving, and then the Buzz camo, which is get 2 kills without releasing the trigger 5 times. Again, the beauty of hardcore is you only need 1 bullet with the XMG to get a kill. So by putting the largest magazine and FMJ for maybe a lucky wallbang if need be, the Buzz challenge should be relatively easy as well, especially on a small map like Stakeout. If you're able to get towards the enemy team's spawn and get 1 kill and proceed to just letting the bullets rip, you could be good for a second, a third, maybe even a fourth. I would actually try and get to a Stakeout game just for this challenge. You can do it on the other maps. Stakeout just might be the easiest. Let me show you what I mean. So let's say we have A captured. They're spawning C. If you can get close to their side of the spawn and get whoever's in this area, typically they like to spawn in the bathroom or in the back here. So by pre-firing and getting 1, we can then just keep on shooting. Anyone that's going to walk in front of you to try and get your trade is most likely dead here. So you could slide, get the first, and then just proceed to shooting, and then maybe even to the back here if no one's in the bathroom, and you should be good for at least 2 more, maybe even 3. I'm hoping this was a good example. And then for the Snakebite challenge, all you have to do is do not stand still. I'm pretty sure that while you go for the Buzz camo, you'll naturally get Snakebite done too. So you're chilling. And then finally for the GP, you have 50 eliminations with the Strategist combat ability and 30 point blank kills. So you have to put all green perks on for the Strategist specialty and you'll be good. And for point blanks, we're using an LMG, a slow LMG. So when it comes to getting these point blanks, we're really gonna have to play patient here. All I'm gonna have you do is for point blanks, you're gonna lay down by doorways on Stakeout, like this for example, like this, like this, like this, close to the doorway, and you'll get your point blanks. Just make sure to change the position at where you're proning, because people are definitely going to read where you're at and it will keep them guessing. What you could try to do too is just sliding into every angle, hoping you bump into someone. And as you bump into them, you could even, as far as things go, proning by the doorways on Stakeout are the best bet. Last but not least, the mastery challenges. Like I've done every episode so far, I'm pairing Golden Dark Spine and Diamond and Dark dark matter together because the challenges for each pair are very similar. Gold and dark spine needing multi-kills, double kills for gold and triple kills for dark spine, and then diamond and dark matter needing kill streaks, 3 kill streaks for diamond and 5 kill streaks for dark matter. Getting multi-kills with LMGs, I feel like that's what LMGs are made for. You have a lot of ammo. If you're playing hardcore, the amount of random double kills and triple kills you're gonna get, especially with FMJ when you can wall bang, these double and triple kills should come naturally. Definitely one of the easier categories to get multi-kills with. For diamond and dark matter, you then return. For diamond and dark matter, it's very simple. You just have to take your time. Be patient, play passive. Going back to the beginning of the video, looking at all the power positions I showed you on every map, using those, repositioning, taking your time, you'll be able to knock these out pretty easily too. Rounding off everything you need to know about LMGs. Like I said earlier, if anything I showed you or told you was helpful in any way, drop a like and comment down below what it was, and subscribe if you're new. This is honestly a camo grind that anybody can do. I want to see as many people rocking dark matter as soon as possible, and I want to help out as much as I can. My name is Silva. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.